Hey guys, Aaron with 223 coming at you with a video. I know I said I was going to do a bunch of videos, and I'm going to be getting those out today and tomorrow. Um, my work week was extremely stressful, so I wasn't able to do much when I got home. I was just exhausted every day. Um, but today is going to be the first of the videos, and it's going to be my Dimensional Eatos deck. Um, I haven't had much of a chance to play with the deck. They canceled my locals today because there was a Magic the Gathering pre-release thing, so they had to use all the storeroom for that. So I don't really know how well the deck is going to work, but I'm sure next weekend when my locals is back up and running, I can try this out and tell you guys how it works with a nice locals report and whatnot. But let's go through the deck profile real fast, and I'll explain some things as we go along the way. 3 Eatos. Of course, you need 3 Eatos in the Dimensional Eatos deck. If you don't know what it does, special summon itself from your hand if you have no monsters in your graveyard. So it's just a free 2500 beat stick. Its other effect is negligible because you'll never get it off because you don't run equip cards. 3 Beast King. It's a great beat stick, and when you combine it with Skill Drain, it destroys people. I mean, 1900 turns into 3000. Just you can free summon it. I mean, you can't go wrong with that in this deck. 1 Stratos, and the Stratos is here to search the 3 Alias. Um, Alias is a great card in this deck because it's a Gemini, and I'm running the Gemini engine, obviously. Um, it just helps so much. There's a lot of searchability in the deck to get him on the field with Gemini Sparks, which is great. I'm also running 2 Crusaders of Endymion. It's just another great beat stick, and it's a Gemini, so it's helpful, as well as 1 Evocator Chevalier. I did say that right, Chevalier. It's French. I don't care what anyone says. It's a warrior, so it's searchable with Rhoda, along with Stratos and my 3 Alias. I would run more. I would run one more of this and one less Crusader if I had another one of these. But I'm not gonna go buy a structure deck for one goddamn card, so I'll deal with it. And then my tech monster is Bazoo the Soul Eater. This is for in case I don't get Dimensional Fissure or Macrocosmos fast enough, and I have monsters in my graveyard. I can remove it with Bazoo, even under Skill Drain, because removing is a cost. He just won't gain any attack. I looked it up, so something you want to know. Bazoo's removing monsters is a cost, not the effect. So those are my monsters. I only have 14, so it's a little low, but when you consider that you don't want to be having a lot of monsters in your graveyard, it's actually pretty high. Um, we'll go into spells now. Obviously, I'm running 3 Dimensional Fissure. It's the heart of the deck. Keeps the monsters out of the graveyard, so Eatos can be played freely, and really screws up a lot of meta decks this format. Triple Gemini Spark. I run 6 Geminis, and I can search them out very easily. So having Gemini Spark is really helpful. Um, it's a nice draw power card, as well as getting rid of those pesky Royal Decrees and everything else. So you got to run 3 of those too. I'm running 2 Dualities. Obviously, these are from my Ab Zero deck. I'm just using them in this deck for now. Um, I won't be taking apart the Ab Zero deck because there's only 3 cards difference between the two, which is helpful to me. Pod Duality, obviously, the old Dimensional Eatos deck never had this, and this adds so much consistency that the deck just performs so much better, in my opinion. 2 Emergency Calls. These will help search my Stratos, and if I've already done Stratos, I can search Alias. If I have a Gemini Spark that's dead in my hand, I can make it live. And of course, then I'm playing the Rhoda, which has 5 targets, which is plenty to play Rhoda. So if you want to be technical about it, technically I have 17 monsters because I have 3 cards that let me search for monsters. And then I have some staples, Giant Trunade, Monster Reborn, and Dark Hole. I really considered Trunade a staple this format because there's so much Decree running around. And I'm not maining MSTs because I need more protection on my back row than that. But they are in the side deck, in case you were wondering. And I will put them in against Decrees, obviously. We'll go to my traps now. There was 14 spells, and I have 13 traps. We'll start out with 2 Dark Bribe. These are to stop my opponent's MSTs from killing my Dimensional Fissures and Macrocosmos or Skill Drain or whatever. Great card. Like the effect of letting them draw is I mean, yeah, it's not good to let people draw, but it's better than losing your basic card, like the card behind your entire deck. Double Summon Warning. Obviously, you got to run this card. It's going to screw 6 Samurais up if you get it off on them, so it's really helpful. Double Dimensional Prison. This is just a great card. I'm considering putting in my Torrential and Mirror Force that are in my side deck for these two, and side decking these, but I want to try it main deck first, and I want to see if I really need Torrential and Mirror Force, because really, I don't feel like they're that good this format, because it's a very, like, decree-based format, which would make Dimensional Prison better either, but I'd rather remove things than just destroy them and put them in the graveyard where people use them. Though I do run Macrocosmos along with 3-dimensional fissures, so there's not much of an issue with that. Macrocosmos is great. The only issue with Macrocosmos is it can be negated by Royal Oppression. Um, Double Skill Drain. Skill Drain is another heart of the deck because it shuts down a lot of other decks. Obviously, Debris Dragon can't go off with its shenanigans because its effect will be negated. It shuts down Hyunlei unless they do some silly Book of Moon trick with it, and Gladiator Beast gets shut down by Skill Drain as well. And the only thing it does, like, Black Wings can play with Skill Drain on the field, but they don't want to, so this is helpful. Double Bottomless Trap Hole, of course, I think it's still a staple if you're playing traps. I'm considering side decking these for the Torrential and the Mirror Force. So I'll let you guys know what I decide to do with that. But I feel like Dimensional Prison is just really helpful this format. So, and then of course Solemn Judgment is my last trap. So that's the main deck, guys. The side deck is a work in progress. Obviously, I don't really know what I need to side. The cards I have in there now are stuff like I have a couple DD Crows, I have Cyber Dragons, I have Consecrated Light, my MSTs, some Book of Moon in case I need it, my couple Starlight Roads, because I'm sure that mass back row hate will destroy this deck and I'll be very sad. So that's the deck I have for you guys, my Dimensional Eatos deck. I'll definitely let you guys know how it runs. As far as like test hands, it's performing pretty well. I'm not getting a very big imbalance of monsters to magic and trap. I'm usually doing really well with that, which is great for me. But yeah, this deck's gonna do some work next weekend at my locals, and I'll tell you how it goes. If I like it, I'm definitely gonna be running it at the regionals when we go in Natick in March. If not, I'll just run the Ab Zero again because the Ab Zero performed excellently, and I have my proper side deck now for it. So this has been Air Enigma 223. This is my Eatos deck. Tech Bazoo. He's pro. Feel free to rate, comment, subscribe. Go check out my channel. I got a lot of cool stuff on there. I'm going to be adding some more neat stuff. I'll probably take a walk around. I'm probably just going to take a walk around the block with my camera tomorrow and just ramble on about some things. I really like doing that. I think you guys like those videos where I just start talking. So I seem to get a good response with those. But for now, peace out, guys.